is a difference between you and me. We both looked into the abyss. But when it looked back at us, you blinked.
Hi guys, Gravy here, and this is a DC Legends video. So I was so excited. I had something else planned for today. I had the Connor Kent video. I did a little bit of Connor Kent with some technical difficulties on the video, of course. But I was so excited about Raid. I was so excited about what happened that I had to make this video now. So I'm doing a really quick short video of the things that happened in Raid for me. First, I'll go through and have the video pop up now of the actual end result of Raid. I was really worried about being able to get the Superman black suit. I ended up getting it, so Amazo, you were right, I got it. But I had to go through all the milestones. Like if you see right now, I had to get all the way through the milestones and went up, and I still only finished, what does it say? Yeah, my position, it was right there in front of me. I still only finished like 354, and then at night when I was going to sleep, I think I was like 217 or something, and I was like, well, reset for me is at 2 a.m. So I was like, all right, if I go to sleep, am I still going to be in the top 500? Got up as high as I could, and then I still fell 150 slots. But I was able to get it, so I'm happy about that. I got enough, based on that, I got enough frags from him so I could take him L3. And then by the time PvP comes around, I'll be able to take him L4. Shout out to my alliance. We came so close to not being top 100. I should have put in more work. Like, in fact, I'll just shout out the guys who did all that work. But as you can see, and I wish this would do a better job of letting you stay. I only had 79 alliance boss attacks. That's puny. I should have done more, especially since given what was happening, I could given the characters, I could just take on the alliance boss 101. But there was a glitch. A lot of times when you would finish off the bosses, it would say that you didn't, and then say that you had 149,999,000, and then you come back and the boss will still have 25 million in health. That happened with a lot of dark sides that I was able to just take on one-on-one. It happened to a lot of alliance bosses. It didn't always happen. The only time it didn't happen is if one other person got in on the battle and made one bit of damage, and then it wouldn't happen. But if you did it all by yourself, it wouldn't let you beat it, and that was just weird. Anyway, so shout out to those who, and it won't let me keep on it, but Jugger did a whole lot of work on my team. Scary Stage 242, you did awesome. Parabolic, Yas Queen, Full Clay, and see, I can't stay on it, so sorry guys if I can't keep your names up. And maybe you don't even want me saying your names, but Sea Biscuit, you guys can see it as I go through. Of course, Dr. Zabaro is number one. He's making me look bad, so yeah, let me go back. Dr. Zabaro making me look bad, man. Emperor Gang, shout out to you too. Mihai, you were up there. So yeah, a lot of my alliance did very well. Some of my alliance didn't do so well, but we'll figure that out a little bit later. Or at least I shouldn't. Boss Man, Sea Biscuit, and Boss Lady Renee, they'll figure that out. Anyway, so that was how the raid went first. It was actually a lot of fun. It was the most fun I've had in raid since it first came out, and that is because of the videos I'm going to show you now. And this goes to show that a lot of what raid is that makes it fun is what the characters are. So at first I was using Darkseid, Hippolyta, Owlman, and Superwoman for all of my battles. And then Paladin Lucifer, gotta give you a shout out because you were right, I was wrong. When it came to going up against energy bosses, it was much better to just have Darkseid and Hippolyta. Hippolyta, wow, you know what? Can we just move on? How long did this load screen take? So when it just had Darkseid and Hippolyta, you can see here that Hippolyta's A3, she has a call assist, and then there's a 75% chance for her to have a second call assist. And then of course, with Darkseid at lead, whenever there was a attack from a teammate, which there was only one teammate, there's a 75% chance for a call assist on that, which meant that he would be, that there would be another call assist from her. And so then back and forth they go, back and forth they go. And she's calling assist on Darkseid and then having him do another call assist. That means he's just stacking up 4 int-ups, then 8 int-ups, then 12, and then 16. And so he was just laying down damage. I think, let me see, is this another? You'll see it in the examples here, and actually maybe I'll pay a little bit more attention to point out when these things were happening. But it meant that they were just laying down more and more and more damage as they went along. Hopefully she has an A3 coming up that gave some of this. But then at a certain point, I had to give it up to Paladin Lucifer that it was a better method for going up against an energy boss. The problem is that once you got to the mystic bosses, the original composition I had before was like that. This was the one where it was like 4 hits in a row based on I think that call assist. It was incredible, and you see that this boss I never shared, but it shared it for me. Like there's still some glitches in Raid. It's been around for I want to say a little over a year now. Yeah, it has to be over a year because this pandemic has been going on for over a year. So it's been going on for a while now, and there's still some like really base glitches in it that are bothersome. But this is the one that I remember the first time that we did Raid, and I finally got like a level 150 dark side or something like that. And I like went immediately into Discord, and I was like, "Hey guys, help me out! I got a dark side." And then everybody came in, but like guys came in like, "I'm on it. I'm gonna come help." And it felt like Avengers Assemble. I shouldn't say Avengers Assemble. This is DC. So, I mean, Titans go. So it just felt like this awesome moment where everybody was like, "I'm ready to go. I'm ready to battle. Let's go. Let's go." It was really fun. And then after a while, it got monotonous. And so then this actually proved to me how Raid, a lot of it was still monotonous and it was still a grind, but it was more fun because I was seeing all these gigantic numbers pop up, and so it was more enjoyable because of Darkseid and Superwoman just laying out like stupid amounts of damage, and then finding the right composition to just go at it as best as possible. And I'm always really hesitant to like experiment with combinations of teams, and I shouldn't be. I should be more experimental in figuring out what works best. But it was and that's one of the examples of where it didn't let me beat the boss, right? It wouldn't let me beat the boss. It was 149, 99999, and then when I went back to try again, quote unquote, it was already dead. But when I went back to try again, it was 25 million in health still there, and then you could play it again. And a few times that screwed me over because I was actually beating a dark side, or thought I had, and then the dark side would get put back into play, shared with somebody else, and I wouldn't even get the MVP reward off of that, which happened to me like 5 times. So it was really, really, really lame. That glitch was ridiculously dumb, and these load screens are ridiculously dumb. So in fact, in this one, because I wanted to keep this video a little bit shorter, because I'm just going to be saying the same stuff over and over again, and you're going to just keep seeing Darkseid and Hippolyta go at it. I was watching them and thinking like, okay, well, this is doing well. This is doing well because I never got to this point in a raid where I was causing so much damage. And so then I was like, especially soloing a level 150 Darkseid, I had never done the amount of damage you're about to see in like 9 seconds. And so I was like, okay, well, this team composition is good. And then I was like, well, what about my original composition that I had, that I was starting this off with, that Paladin Lucifer. I keep saying Paladin Lucifer because saying Lucifer just feels uncomfortable. All right, so 62 million. Lucifer influenced me. So going back to it, I was like, oh, okay, well, let me go back to the team I was using before. Now, in case you didn't see, I had like a 3-part series of YouTube short videos that I put out yesterday. And it's basically like me saying how incredible it was, the teams back and forth. And I actually broke down, man, this takes a minute. So trying to get past these load screens, which just takes so long. Yeah, so anyway, so going back to how I built it. I went back to this team because I was like, it's a mystic. So I have 2 physical characters in this lineup. The idea behind it is Superwoman she's going to be our main damage dealer, as you see the amount of numbers she's already putting up. Superwoman is our main damage dealer here. She gets the empowered strength up for every critical attack that she has. So put in Owlman to give those crit chance ups. So that means that every time she's laying down these critical hits, she's getting another empowered strength up, another empowered strength up. Then you have Hippolyta, who has her call assist, and she also gives just regular old strength ups. And that's just because on auto, she does the strength ups as opposed to the int ups, which would be better for Darkseid, but we're not worried about Darkseid. Darkseid here, his job is 75% chance for there to be a call assist on that teammate who actually attacked. So that gives her a chance to hit another time, an extra time. So while she's hitting, and you'll see this go off, then there's a crit chance, or there's the call assist on that attack. And in this video, in a minute, you'll see how much she actually ends up doing. So 14 million there. And if you saw the series, you're seeing the same video that I put up there, but this is absolutely incredible to me. So you'll see just 14 million. Come on, Superwoman. 14 million, 18 million. Like and if you look at her empowered strength ups, 17 million. She's stacking them so high. She has so many empowered strength ups. It's nuts. 17 million. As you know, I'm hearing these weird noises over here. I don't know why I keep looking up like somebody's gonna be here, but I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I'm paranoid. I shouldn't have watched that documentary a couple days ago. Anyway, so she was doing like wild damage. She even got up to 23 million at certain points. And here you go. At the end of it all, I was doing 232 million in damage. There were times where I absolutely finished him, and then the game had some kind of glitch, and then it would send him back, or it would give him more health than what I actually taken off, and it drove me crazy. But I was still able to get the black suit Superman. But guys, please look into that if you can. If any developers watch this, which I'm sure none of you will, please check into it because it sucks. In any case, I mean, that's me going into it really quickly, really briefly. I don't want to hammer the same thing over and over again. If you had to ask me, Superwoman was the MVP of this, followed closely by Darkseid. Like, they worked really well together. Hippolyta was amazing. Like, all of them, like that composition, it was so much fun to build a team that was hitting like that was damaging like that. So it's hard for me to say anyone was an MVP because they would not have been able to work without each other in that way. In fact, I would love to like be able to use that in a regular composition, like PvP or something, but battles just don't go on that long for it to actually have any benefit. Maybe in PvE content it would work, but for PvP it won't. So heads up, that might be a good thing for you to realize in PvP or PvE. Sorry. In any case, please like, please subscribe. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys next time.